Right, bear with me everyone. I'm just attempting again, one more time. Just attempting Instagram. Save that and we'll see if Instagram connects. Sending data. I think I know why it wasn't working. Now everything's offline. Right, streaming on Facebook, streaming on YouTube, and I think we're streaming on Instagram now. There we go. Yes! Yes, man! Yes! Okay, right, so that was set up as a practice on Instagram, so let me discard that. Right, at least I know how to do it now, right? So bear with me. So Facebook, you need to bear with me. YouTube, you need to bear with me. Public, next. Yeah, just bear with me, everyone, right? Because this is frightening. Oh, I never said you could come into my life. So, right, let's get the mic set up here. So we've got, for those that are, right. Let me concentrate here, right? I know what he's like. He's going to come in here. He's going to start talking about
where are we?
Women and stuff. Well, where are you? Oh, there's a massive lag. That's the problem. Right, wait a second here. What do I need to do here again? Right, I need to copy this key into here because basically the software can actually convert from portrait to landscape, but then there's a lag here. So yeah, look, that's me buzzing. So that's like a 30-second lag, right? But I'm just not sure how. There we go. Streaming. This should start streaming. Give it a sec.
Should we talk that with you?
Oh, yeah, fair comment.
Yes! Right, so we are live on everything, I think.
That's okay. We'll be right back, John. Just going to tuck your baby and just get back.
Yeah. Right, so we are live on. I don't know how we can see the comments though, right? Because there's going to be
different places.
YouTube comments. There's going to be.
I can try and join.
Right, so. Right, so let's close that down. Right, so just bear with us a second, right? Because we're going to have to work out how's it going? Evening, lads. How's it going, Brad? Yeah, so this might look a bit weird on. Yeah, this might look a bit weird on Instagram because I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Facebook, and I'm live on Instagram at the same time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to live broadcast from the underwater cameras in a second, and I'm going to attempt to live stream. Why are you not in?
It's like reset almost.
It's like a 2-minute. No, there you're coming in now, so it's like a 2-minute lag.
Yeah.
But that's probably just because. But
it's not on here, is it? That's pretty fresh.
That'll be live.
Yeah.
So this is what we are sending out. So this is live to us. What I'm going to need to do now is I'm going to need to live stream from here to here. Right. So if I click live here, and right, bear with us here. Is it this one? It's not that. Yes, it's this here. So actually, no, that's wrong. Right, bear with us. Right, I know we're tiny at the moment, but we're just setting up the camera live stream, which is this here. Copy that into here. Okay. Moment of truth. Oh, hit live. And it should any minute now. Any minute now. Oh no, that's not right. That's not right. It's that one there. Right, so that's 192.168.0.8. Something happening over there?
No, PB tadpole.
It does look like a cat's outline in the background.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Let's try that. Let's go here. There we go.
There we are. Now we're cooking.
So let's just. No, I think that was right actually. So let's just look and see. Yes, man.
Wow,
that's what they're
awesome,
seeing.
isn't it? Yeah,
Well,
that's
obviously they're not
class.
seeing it in 4K. They're seeing it
Yeah.
in HD, but.
I mean,
Right,
they're seeing your pellet swim that's not getting fed on yet. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
so the problem is on Instagram though, like,
There's going to be a... Oh, okay,
so
okay.
Instagram's only going to see the middle camera.
Yeah.
Right, so Instagram, I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, so we're live on Instagram, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. If you want to see a much wider field of view and be able to turn the phone, you want to go and watch it on Facebook or YouTube, all right? Facebook, let's just check and see. We're just trying to get up the comments, guys, because we can't see any comments. Your real reached 100,000, is that one? In fact, no, that's a different one. Do you know what? I'm not even on the right account here, that's why. Right, live. Right, so we're just getting up the Facebook comments and then so we can see everything. Right. Right, that's good. And then if we go into YouTube, I don't know how to get the YouTube comments.
Oh, wait, what? We're back in there again?
So when's that from? Is that from ages ago?
Yeah,
5, 10
when we
minutes.
first come in, aye. Do you have to be on it for it? Oh, no, I can't think actually why, to be honest. Do you want me to check on... Do you want me to go on now? On my phone and see what's cracking on?
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it. I'll have a look.
Right, so we are basically live from the underwater cameras at Enigma Lakes. Lots has happened in the last 24 hours. There's notifications coming through. I don't think you've put enough bait in.
Is there a sarcastic tone there
That
or
might be
not?
sarcastic. You're live, right? Okay. No, trust me. Yeah, I think I have put enough bait in. But if you want, I can fire out another couple of spawns. So, yeah, I've got about 1.5 kilos of pellet. On the other camera, we'll live stream yours in a bit once you've got your rigs out or once you're putting your rigs out. In terms of the rigs themselves, I'm just going to drag this over a touch so that Instagram can see the two boilies.
Yeah,
Let's just have a look. Does it
YouTube's
see it? Does it
good.
look okay?
YouTube's class, yeah. And it's like only a 10-second delay or something, 30 seconds.
Is it? Right,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, so I'm just going to drag that camera over a touch so that Instagram can see the two rigs. But, yeah, basically what I've done is on my camera, I've went pellet only, just hammered in the pellet. The boys have decided, since they make boilies, they want to see how good their boilies are. You've not got any rigs in
Well, interjection, we know how good they are.
yet. Yeah, if their boilies don't get picked up, it's not a problem because they sell the sticky baits and the OMC, they didn't get picked up either. So
Yeah.
what we've actually done today is we had zigs out, and unbelievably 13-inch zigs were too high. Like, there's fish coming in now, so it'll be interesting to see.
It's good timing.
There you go. So that's so there's a slight lag from there to there, but that's us now got carp on the screen. Let's just check it out on Facebook and see. Yeah, do you know what? That's
Yeah,
that's
it's
an old
it's
live.
all good
That's
on
why,
here.
because I had to go live like 3 times. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we've now got carp feeding on the pellet, and I've
There's another
basically
one coming in now as well.
yeah, there's one coming in
Yeah.
on the left-hand side. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, they have been feeding, but the camera was only moved. Do you know what? I'm all over the place. Right, so let's go
I know
back.
what you mean. A lot has happened. We've done a lot of different
We've not had a
bits
lot
of
sleep.
research, so to
Right.
speak. Yeah.
So we had a camera in the weed, and we had a camera in the margin, which which had a bit of weed, but it was clear.
Yep.
We put 2 zigs out yesterday. We only fished zigs yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we left the first few hours, as you usually do,
Yeah.
for the fish to
So we
familiarise
fished-
themselves with. Yeah.
Bare naked zigs. Then last night on the long spot, we put in 75 boilies.
Yeah.
I put in a snowman rig, left it all night and never got touched. We got up this morning
Oh yeah, of course.
and all the cell was still there, by the way.
Yeah.
See, when we went out to retrieve the camera.
Yeah.
See
You
the ones
found
that
the
were
three-
missing? They were
Right.
down a wee hill.
So that
So I
was
think
it.
the fish have been in and kicked
them
their fin, and the boilers have actually rolled down a wee hill that we couldn't see on the camera. So,
So 75 out of 75
75 out of
boilers
75 were still there.
untouched. Yeah.
So we can't say that Sticky or Mainline or anyone's better than anyone.
They're either all as good or all as bad as each
yeah,
other,
yeah,
aren't they? Yeah.
So what we then done was we've had a really busy day. We have moved the camera that was out at about 8 to 10 wraps. We've moved it 2 rod lengths to the right and found a really mad clear spot. Massive clear spot. Flat as a pancake.
What kind of depth in terms of visuals would you say we have on
It's
it?
probably about the same.
Yeah.
Or in terms of distance.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. We've got to be seeing at least 4 foot in any direction.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 foot max.
Yeah, yeah.
When we were putting the bait out, you'd say
all
like
clear.
4 or 5 foot back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then what we've done is we've blanketed it with boilie. So you've got 2 types of boilies,
Yeah.
and we just put in a kilo each, didn't we?
Yeah.
But mixed them together
Yeah.
and just fired them out
Until the ducks came along,
until
and
the
that's
ducks
a bit
came
of a
on.
feat. That's a bit
Yeah.
of research, isn't
The
it?
ducks. How many ducks was there? 12.
Yeah, there's about
About
12, yeah.
Yeah, about 12 ducks started diving on the boilie. There, you've got fish in now. So what that is that fish is just it's
Darting in
basically
and
going
out.
that way to
Yeah.
get to the pellet.
Then it's getting to the pellet and going, I've got short-term memory loss because I've already been over
Do you
here
know
and it's
what? I
terrible.
actually earlier on did see fish swim over my bait, and literally, like a minute and a half later, they were on your bait.
Crazy.
Just weighing up,
crazy.
going,
Yeah, and they were like, "We're going to come back to the pellet." So yeah, so we actually moved both cameras. So we moved yours into a proper polished, clean spot. On the right camera that was in the margin, there was quite a bit of weed. So what we ended up doing was, I know a lot of people have been asking about chods, about hinges and the weed and stuff like that. We done a lot of casting and recorded a lot of footage of rigs landing in the weed, just to see what works and what doesn't work. We're going to possibly do some more filming of that towards the end of the week.
Yeah.
You actually dropped a solid bag in the weed,
Yeah.
albeit the bag kind of burst in the bait boat because of the water, but it did go in like a torpedo.
It did,
Yeah, it did.
Did we
burnt
look
for-
at? We never looked at it when it was.
No, we didn't actually, did we?
We couldn't quite get that bird's eye view, could we?
When we went out with
To
the
see
when we
whether
went
or
out
not
the
it
boat,
was-
we seen all the boilers. We never actually
Yeah,
looked at the
good
bag.
point.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, when the bag burst, all the residual bait from inside the bag sat in the weed. That actually
Yeah.
looked really good.
Yeah,
and it took
did.
ages to come down, that little bits of residual,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
undertow was insane. So anyway, we done some filming in the weed with this fish
There's a
again.
fish. I
Uh,
would say though, would you say in terms of the choddy and the weed related presentations that they worked in the way you'd expected them to? Do you know what I mean? In terms of the
rigs.
lie of the line.
The problem was the filming, because
Yeah.
when you're filming over a reasonably high bit of weed and then you got a low bit behind it, like you were saying, because you were watching the screen, weren't you?
Yeah.
And it was like you would see the lead land, but then the rig would land behind the high
Yeah.
bit of weed, so you couldn't actually see how it was presented. But we did get one really good cast where it actually landed like shit, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it was perfect.
So no, the one where it doubled back on
oh,
itself.
sorry, yeah.
So I
And
think
then
that's
it
going to be
sat
a
up
really
Yeah,
and-
yeah, it was-
Yeah.
So
it
we
was
put
all tied
out
up.
I forgot it actually, I've got it here. I should have it here. Let's get the rig out so that I can show you, so that everybody can slag me, because I do not fish. Right, so this was the chod set up that we put out, and what we done was I used the safe zone leader, because the good thing about the safe zone leader is you know where these beads are, right? So we can show you what marker we were sitting at. So we put the chod out in the weed, and yeah, it seemed to land pretty consistently. But we then put out, where's my big hinge rig? Here it's here. Right, a hinge. Now I do not use hinges, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I should have phoned my mate John, because he uses hinges all the time. So we then put out a hinge system like this. Now what was interesting was, when this lead landed in the weed, what was happening was we were getting this kind of effect, right? So it was actually settling down, like almost like doubling back on itself, like the Ronnie, and this was not dropped from a boat. This was cast out. So, yeah, I'll share the footage of that just so that people know. Why is that? Is that mega behind?
This is YouTube. So I've just thought I'd get up on my phone so you can see
Right,
it's
okay, so
live.
I
I
don't
think this is the central system that's kind of lagging. I think the rest I've checked are all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we done some casting in the weed, and then we moved the camera, which was basically we kind of decided it was going to be my camera, and we're going to give you boys a camera. So you put in your 2 kilo of boilies.
John picked the better spot, just like you all
Yeah,
know.
I did pick the better
No
spot.
choice.
I put my camera underneath the willow so there's like 2 islands, so the boys are fishing off one island and I'm fishing off the other, which I think kind of means that we're kind of filming and fishing for different fish.
Yeah.
And I've dumped 1.5 kilos of pellet. The fish were swimming round the camera pretty consistently for about half an hour. Didn't take long to put the bait out, did we?
No.
And then once I literally seen one fish come in and slow down, looked like it was going to feed, and I just did deliberately put the rigs in right away so that they're in and they're done.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm doing with my 2 rigs is I've got short D rigs, which is what I use, but I'm doing a lead clip versus helicopter setup. Alright, so the 2 rigs are the same, it's just basically the lead system that's different. In terms of the actual feeding footage, I've always said that pellet are better than boilies. The boys didn't believe me, but we will see. This has had 5 times more traffic.
And also, the thing that's
If not
surprised
more.
us that the feeding has started at least very, very timid, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the carp have almost been pecking the pellets at times, haven't they? And they started in the filamentous where there weren't even pellet.
What
and they're
was
kind of
weird
working
though,
closer.
right, was like your expectation is that it's a new lake, it's a new stock. You think young fish, you think naive, you think easy to capture. You want to see that fish that was feeding. That fish was feeding like it's been caught 50 times.
Yeah.
And you know
It
what?
was coming along and it was like, it looked as if it wasn't even touching the lake bed.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
literally sucking up like one maggot at a time. I've seen that so often with fish.
And it would correspond massively with some of the feedback we've had from anglers. And it's one of those things when people talk about soft-lipped fish that have not been really fished for before, is how pernickety they are when they pick up a rig. And how many times we've had anglers say, I've had a few bleeps, and I'm sure that was a fish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and because actually, if they are feeding like that, you can see the way the hook nicks the bottom lip. And I always go back to that story of the fella in the margin, because you can see through gin clear water. He had 4 bleeps at 11 o'clock. He goes out to it, head torch on the spot, and the fish was so still. The only thing that was moving was its head ever so slightly, with the hook just nicked, and and that's kind of similar to what you can expect.
So on
from
the
that.
screen, I'm going to, so in terms of, I'm just trying to see what you guys can see. So on the screen, just slightly left of centre, do you know what one's what? In terms of the lead clip and...
It's little things like that get difficult.
I think the one on the left is the lead clip. Actually, do you know what? I think we can actually zoom in. I've not even zoomed in yet, so let's zoom in and see. Hold on a second. Right, if I go full screen with that, hopefully the fish don't come in. Right, there's the lead, hook's lying flat. That's the lead clip. Right, sorry, the one on the left is the lead clip. Alright, so let me just undo all of that. Right, I think that's it. Right, so the one on the left, I've zoomed in on it, the one on the left is the lead clip, which means the one on the right is the heli system. And in terms of...
Same fish, but she's dropping.
The boys have got fish on their camera.
You can't see, but it's just eating all the boilies. She's just cleaned us out.
But this is almost like a delayed version of what we saw with the pellet.
Yeah.
In the sense of like, they almost got closer and closer, didn't they?
Yeah, but
then-
in your defence, I've had more than 5 times the amount of traffic.
Yeah, and here it comes again.
That fish is interesting.
Yeah,
He's
very
thinking
much
about
so.
it.
So what we can see at the minute is quite a lean carp coming in. How many inches would you say above the scattering of boilies?
Certainly
Orange,
not.
5
Certainly not
inches.
13.
Yeah. No, certainly not 13.
I had a 13-inch zig out yesterday. We reckon, we don't know how many individual fish, right? But we reckon there was 65 passes,
Easy,
and every single, not one of them went over the zig. Every single one of them was under the zig. And the
Next
zig,
to, through it, under, but never.
The ne-
yeah.
every single one of them went under the zig. There's a fish at the back of the shot now coming in.
Just heading over to our spot.
But they have all the feeding, almost all the feeding that I've had has been at the back of the shot. And based on what I've seen from all the filming that I've done, like some of the things that I said, I think might be nonsense. But the fishing on the edge of your spot, for me, is definitely. I see that all the time.
When the fish have been feeding, they've just been coming to the edge, taking a little bit, haven't they, and then just vanishing.
But they're not like properly troughing. They are very wary of it. But do you know what else I've always said, right? And I started doing this like end of last year, and once I'd put this bait on, I thought about it. But I think the fish use the softness of the pellet to tell them how risky it is.
Yeah, how long it's been there.
Yeah, so like back up in Scotland, what I was doing was I was actually pre-salting the pellet for 12 hours in just water,
Yeah.
and then firing it in soft. Or it certainly was starting to break down, but it wasn't pure mush.
Well, if that's the case as well, it'd be easier for them to digest.
I was about to say, well, easier for them to process through them. You know, they don't have to filter. It's almost like hoovering up.
It's a bit like we were saying before about, you know, carp supposedly feed more confidently on softer, like boilies, for example, because it's easy to pass through, whereas when they're harder, they struggle to digest it as quick. And
sometimes they move away just to even process it through the tooth, you know?
They say they'll just move over and they'll almost salt while they try and digest the food. And if it's the same with the pellets, if the pellets are soft, they'll probably feed more confidently because it's just getting processed quicker.
Yeah.
And they'll just keep going and going and going.
But as I say, I'm definitely getting a lot more traffic. Rig-wise, are we going to leave them out tonight? Did we make a decision on that?
Just kind of keep flip-flopping, I think, to be
we
fair,
do,
don't we? I think it's difficult because if we bring them in, like you mentioned to us just before we came live, if we keep those rigs in, yes, we're not going to pick them up on film, but if that goes screaming off, or if we get a brace at 2 a.m, you're just thinking, right, okay, they might have cleared me out, so we can top it up during the middle of the night. So it's, I think that makes sense from a research point of view. But in terms of not being able to actually get that bite.
There is definitely a shout here though, because so basically we're going to come down here. Craig and Lewis are going to come back with me on potentially the week of the 22nd. There's definitely potential to do night filming here.
Oh, 100%. Even just with the head, like this.
So we actually tested last night, albeit it was a couple of head torches, but we had a zig in the margin, and there's an overhanging tree, and we had the head torches, and it does actually work. So I think if we get proper, like industrial grade floodlights,
should we power from the island?
Yeah, we've got power on the island. We can suspend them from the trees, just wrap them, tape them around the trees. And we'll just stay awake 24 hours a day. Because let's be honest,
no stress.
We had like 3 hours sleep last night, and I feel amazing. So, but in terms of the footage that you're looking at just now, that, do you know what? There's actually a way. There is a way that I can stream the other camera as well. I've never done this before, but let me try it. Let me try media source. Media source 2. Right, if we go and minimize this. Right, so bear with me, because actually there's a way that I can live stream both cameras, the full 360, I think, at the same time.
Like a split screen kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to look absolutely terrible on Instagram, so do not watch this on Instagram. But, right, if I go in here and go to live. Oh no, it's going to be 20 frames per second, that's not going to work. Oh, it's actually not going to work at all. Maybe I can't. I need to get the.
Oh, that was it.
It's the new version of the software. That's why. Okay, we'll cancel that. Right, I'll definitely have that set up for next time.
So just as John exited that screen there, we had 2 screaming takes from the boiling spot. Biggest fish in the lake. It was mental.
Put the rigs out, have you?
Yeah, exactly.
We're just letting them build confidence.
It's all in the imagination,
Why did you
John.
put the rigs out?
We should. Well, we were actually speaking to the lads there at Fresh Fishing, and we were saying, you know, in terms of them to create their content, it'd be great for us to do it, to see our own rigs there from a personal satisfaction. But if they want to jump in there and put their rigs on it while we've got footage, then
more than welcome to.
So we're umming and ahhing.
Either way, or do you want to see some boilie eating before you put the rig on it?
Yeah, that's the other thing,
it would
innit?
be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think kind of like when you can
But
see
did
this.
you not say you seen one like way back though?
Yeah, not long after, and again, it's that kind of initial exploratory process that they go through, where they kind of rush to the scene once you got the camera in and you put some bait out. And I kind of turned my head as I was leaving the bivvy, and it did seem that it kind of that darty fish, that fish that's really moved in with pace. So it was difficult to determine whether it's tried to pick anything up, but
It's died
We'll count
since
the
I went
boilies.
live.
hey,
They'll be watching it.
yeah, they're live streaming down in Carp Corner.
But in terms of this spot here, so yeah, basically what you're looking at, we are basically on the corner of an island. So the left side of your screen is looking up the island. The middle of your screen is looking back towards the peg, and then the right side of your screen is actually looking back round the corner of the island. So we are seeing basically what you're seeing on YouTube and Facebook as 270 degrees. Whereas if you're watching it on Instagram, I think it's only 90 degrees.
Bear in mind, it's taken me about 36 hours to realise that if a fish passes off the right-hand side of your screen and comes back in on your left, it's not its twin. It is the same fish, isn't it? There we go.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Couple in the area there.
2 fish in there. 2 fish in the area. Not fed much in the last half an hour. It looked like it was starting to build towards something, and then it just like that shot was even though it was like 4 or 5 of them came in. I don't know if you were in the bivvy at the time. 4 or 5 came in, and one went down, and I was like, right, this is it. They're going.
Talk of the devils.
That's that
here we
them.
go. Yeah.
They look interested, don't they? But we've got a tadpole in our swim.
Look how high they are, man.
Yeah.
A 13-inch zig.
It'd be too low then, wouldn't it?
It's interesting.
Yeah, do you know what we need to do though? We need to start watching this. This is the mistake that I made at Fallows. Because there's a 2-second lag, I think, between the camera and the software.
And then feeding it to the software.
Then it puts our voices over the top, and then there's an 8 to 10 second lag from this software onto the social channels, I think.
So have we just predicted the future for viewers?
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll say, oh, here they come, and then the viewers have got to wait a couple of seconds, I think. Like, you'll see... But yeah, I do think that once that pellet is all soft tomorrow, they'll feed differently on it. They'll start taking, you know, a line rather than
much more
like
confident.
some of the fish that I've seen. Honestly, it looks like they're trying to take one individual pellet.
And that's if they're there by the morning.
Yeah, that's if they're there by the morning. Yeah. But I'm gonna actually start recording that as well.
That's the old one, there, mate.
Yeah.
Tom Clark, where is Enigma Lakes? France.
Oh yeah, we need
I mean, France, that would be lovely. I mean, on a hot day, it does feel like the south of France, but we're North Yorkshire.
It's better than south of France.
Half an hour from York.
Yeah.
Would you say near Malton?
Yeah, just outside of Malton.
Max, who's fishing on F, has just said they're just passing by, heading to F, boys. I'm afraid.
He wishes. So Max is our beginner angler. We've been teaching him for a while, and we've
hold on.
Tom Clark. This might be one for you to be able to answer as well, John. Did you use a foam nugget on the chod rig? Curious as to how that lands.
No.
Or have you before?
That's that. Is that that's a problem with my
liner.
Right, so the chod was interesting, right? Because no, I didn't use a foam nugget on it. But what's interesting is that I don't know how to explain this without kind of showing you, right? So, so imagine, for example, right, if you look at the boilie on the right-hand side of the screen, what I was doing with the margin spot was I was kind of casting the lead to where that right boilie was, in the hope that the lead hits the clear spot, but then obviously the line and the chod and everything is going to sit over the weed that's behind it. We're talking about fishing that from the opposite side, right? But what was it? And I assumed that obviously when the lead goes through the water, the lead's the heaviest, so the chod should slide up. But for some reason on a couple of casts, what was happening was the chod section actually slid down the leader and landed in the clear spot rather than landing in the weed, which was really interesting. So the takeaway that I would have from that is that you probably should have a bottom bead on to stop the chod section from sliding right down to the lead. Again, this is really difficult to explain on a live, but it'll be really easy for me to explain when I actually show you the footage, and you can say, oh wow, that's not what I would have expected to happen. So so no, I didn't use foam, and I never do use foam, but in that situation you should actually use something to make it, beginner angler. Curious how that lands. The definitely the hinge, and again I don't use hinges. The hinge did, so when the lead landed, it was as if the boom went this way, but then the chod section went that way. So you ended up where there was like a bending, like this almost bent. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm going to be backwards here, right? But right, I'll tell you what, boys. Right, let me try my best here to explain this to you. I'll get you guys to hold this. Right, what one is the? Where did I put that?
That looks
Yeah,
nice.
this looks like feeding
That
them.
looks nice.
Yeah, there's fish feeding at the back. Oh, bastard. Right, okay. So if you hold that, right. So I don't know if you can see this leader material, right? So basically what was happening was that this section, when it was cast in, this was falling this way and this was falling kind of back the way, so you were getting this style of thing. It was very similar to what happened with the Ronnie footage that I posted. So obviously our theory is that this crashes in, that falls and that lands straight. But in actual fact, this falls one way and this falls the other. And it was kind of landing like that and then kind of popping up and kind of twisting. So again, it's difficult to explain, but I will show you with the footage, and you'll actually see that it did kind of land like a
I think
bag
that's
of
the
spanners.
challenge with filamentous algae as well, because you can have, let's say, 6 inches of it in one spot and 6 inches in another, and it can be at a different stage in its almost life cycle, can't it? So if it's really fresh, or if it's kind of starting to photosynthesize or even decay, it starts to fill with that oxygen. And if you're so airy like that, you're not going to present on top. It's gonna crush on itself. Whereas I think more established beds of the filamentous blanket weed, they're so much firmer. And we did get quite a decent presentation on a firmer chunk of it earlier, didn't we?
Right.
Whereas
right.
I think
Do you know what?
some ones are softer.
Do you know what? I'll try and boost the volume. Oh, the volume's died, that's why. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no, it's here, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no, there's no volume for some reason. Oh, fuck off, man. That's what that noise was. It's fucking shit, this, man. That's like a set of DJI mics, and they're dying constantly. In fact, they're not dying, they're just... Oh.
Oh, it's been alright on
No,
different scene.
That and that should be off. That should be on.
Well, maybe
No,
not.
they are.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Maybe
feeding.
we're just too quiet. Do you know what to do, right? You just take that mic and I'll take this mic. Because somebody's just commented saying, can you turn up the volume a bit? So if we have the two mics, it might be a bit...
This is until we pick birds up from 20 miles away.
Well, this one's not even turning on. Tell me that's been charging. There we go. Right, let me just check.
Okay.
Make sure. Right, both mics are on now, so that should be a bit louder. I'm just going to go back onto the other comments. Where is this? Fallows? No, we are at... Looks shallow. They'll move out after dark. This is a new lake. The boys that own is called Enigma Lakes, and it's in...
North
Scagglethorpe. Well, if you want to
Yeah.
start North Yorkshire, near
North
York, near
Yorkshire.
Malton, but in Scagglethorpe.
Yeah.
So
Northeast
Postcodes,
of Leeds.
Oh god, there's the geography. Yeah.
I'll give you postcode YO17 8ED. It's easy for everyone.
So it's a new lake. It is 3.5 acres.
3.5 acre with about 200 carp.
200 carp in it.
£10 to £30.
Yeah, and there's no nuisance species, no bream, there's no...
No, literally just carp and some perch to keep on top of the carp fry.
And the direction of the fishery, I think, is always important for us to kind of touch on. Is like at the end of this year, we'll see how a lot of the fish stock have done. Different strains, different year classes, different sources, all that sort of stuff. Running it through crop, and the objective is to maintain the right biomass so that we get bigger and bigger, basically, in terms of fish. So,
but Facebook. Any luck? Looks
it would help if we had our rigs out, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, you can't catch if your rigs are in your tackle bags. So, no, we had yesterday. We had 65 fish swim within 3 inches of the zig. Every single one of them underneath. I don't know if zigs are attacked. If zigs are attacked from below, then that zig was perfect.
They must come in from above, surely.
I don't know, I've only seen one zig bite at Cromwell, and it came in kind of on the same line. It kind of came straight.
It's another video for the future, isn't it? Various zigs, various heights.
There's a fish coming in now. Another fish coming in on the right camera. They're up in the water, man.
There must be, what do you reckon they are? Like 2 foot under the surface, a foot under the surface? Like when that one first came in.
Based on that 13-inch, well, what's the depth there, do you think? Yeah, probably 2 foot under the surface. That's probably still...
I reckon it's still about 4
4 and a half.
Yeah.
Right, go on. Take the rig on live.
Oh, that would be a clip.
Yeah. Catching a fish on while we're live streaming on 3 different platforms. Yeah, that would be next.
And it'll be interesting because we haven't had.
Do you know what's actually funny? I'm just looking on Facebook, right, and I can actually see the subtitles, and obviously with my accent, like I ain't saying any of that shit.
Let's get around to now. We should like mimic it in time with subtitles.
Yeah. The boys are actually here as my translators.
And we do get stuck at times.
You're fluent in Scottish.
We've turned Scottish now. We've been in here with you for about 36 hours now. We think we're Scottish.
You'll be drinking the Iron Brew by tomorrow. Having rolls and square
Takes
sausage.
a bit longer. Yeah.
We come in to just haggis battered man.
Yeah. Right. The actual paid in the backside thing is scrolling through all of the... Oh, do you know what, actually? Do you know what we're better doing? The people on Instagram can't see us because we're not in the middle. So they're going to just hear us, so let's do that.
Jacob's telling us to get the rigs out. I know. We've been saying that to each other since, 7 in the morning?
I know. Right, do you know what I'm going to do?
I asked him to put my rigs out for me.
I'm going to move this up a touch, just to make it better for the Instagram viewers. Because... yeah, there we go.
Fella on YouTube, have you done any mesh bags videos?
Yeah, we've done a mesh bag at Cromwell, and they just... if in terms of... The problem is when you put out a mesh bag or a solid bag on a big clear spot like that, it looks like nothing. And you just sit and watch fish swim over the top of it, swim over the top of it, swim over the top of it, swim over the top of it. And you always think to yourself, that is never going to get picked up. It looks like nothing out there. It looks like needle in a haystack. Obviously they work, but then you fire the bait in and you create this massive crater of bait and you think that looks like a feeding spot.
Yeah.
And guess what? The fish move over the top of it, 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 and you think, fuck, I'd have been better off with just leaving the mesh bag.
Yeah.
But to sit with a 360 underwater camera and stare at a mesh bag and a solid bag for any length of time, it feels like an eternity.
Oh yeah,
So,
that just came with a bit of confidence.
I think that's the one that's been doing the donuts. That looks like the same shape as the one that's been doing the donuts.
So that's all like Croat shape, isn't it? Quite big shoulders, bit of a belly.
But it seems to like feed here, and then it goes that exact route.
Yeah.
And then
It's like clockwork, isn't it?
I'm going to just I'm going to
back
just
to
pause this for a second. And I'm going to just reload it, and it sometimes, as it does a wee fart in the middle, and if I just pause and unpause, it goes.
He's on about Ryan there, by the way.
So yeah, in terms of mesh
Everybody's locked
bags,
in with me. Good luck.
if you're wanting to see, if you want to see mesh bags, then yeah, I will cast them out and show you how they settle and how they dissolve and how they open up or whatever. Where is it? Stoned M. If you've got Stoned M, if you've got a mesh bag or a rig setup or whatever, send me a video of it and I'll make it up and recreate it, and I'll post it, and that way you can see exactly how you
I'll just go check out.
Got Archie Pilmer, our youngest ambassador's just sent us. He's watching from home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be. Is that Instagram?
Right, so no, this is
Oh,
Instagram
okay.
now. So
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what I was saying? People couldn't see us.
He's live on. He said live on YouTube and Facebook.
Ah, cool.
So he's watching on one of the others.
There's a fish coming in. Oh, how good would it be to get a take?
Well,
It'd be
if
phenomenal.
Archie was here, he'd probably have had that.
I'm just going to nip out for a second, boys.
No worries, no
Give me a
worries.
shout if you need me, Tom.
Viewers will drop now.
Yeah. Not
all,
Lewis.
all the women.
I've been up to two because he's outside watching. So yeah, we've had a little bit of pellet feeding, but that camera's only been in for
Would it be
6 hours?
Yeah.
this cam. Did we do that one first? We done this one first. That's been in for 7 or 8 hours.
Yeah, because we made a bit of commotion, didn't we, going over back and forth over that.
Yeah.
That's why we've not had loads of fish on that one yet.
Yeah. But see, before we moved the camera to there, obviously, the camera that was positioned 2 wraps away, I wasn't getting a lot of traffic yesterday either.
Yesterday that camera, they were back and forth, weren't they? They were circling, they were all over it. And then this morning when we turned it on, it sort of went from being like a fish every 10 minutes to like a fish every hour, didn't it?
Yeah.
But then this one, where you put your pellets, the moment that camera went in, there was just groups and groups and groups of them back and forth, and it's not really. It did slow down, and even now it's maybe a touch slow, but you're still getting them big groups passing through.
Yeah.
But you just need them to get sat and put the noses down.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's a way. So just for the people that are watching on Instagram, I know that there is a way for me to convert this video into portrait for you, but I only just downloaded the tool to do it. I've only just downloaded, so I've not had a play around with it, but yeah, certainly. Let's have a look on Facebook. Get rigs out, lad. Yeah. So I've got my 2 rigs out. I'm fishing. I'm set up. I'm baited up. What swim you got cameras in?
That's Dean. Dean was fishing this swim. This swim last Saturday.
Oh, right,
Yeah, so we're in Cabourn. He was on like say Friday to Sunday.
So we're in. What is it called? N.
This is K.
Right. So
This
we're in your swim, Dean. The camera that you're looking at just now is underneath the willow tree, which is on the right island, and this camera is
underneath the. There's a. I think you were fishing to it, Dean. It's like the overhanging willow which stretches out over the water, but it's not the weeping willow. It's the other one.
Do you know
it's
what
the
I'll
fallen
do?
tree.
I'll set up the other camera.
Oh, on the outside.
Yeah. Because then we can show people. Right, you're man in the fort. Oh, my knees are stuck.
Now your female viewers are going to go up.
Oh, my knees are stuck together. Right, let me plug in the outside camera, guys, and then we can actually show you the swim and the cameras where they are. The other water cameras where they are.
Oh, we've got fish moving back into the swim now. I'll tell you what, John, they've eaten hot boilies again.
What's that?
The hot boilies are gone.
Yeah.
They're actually feeding quite confidently in your swim, and I'm not even taking me. You've got 2 fish moved in. The one just at the edge, just at the back. That's confidently feeding. She's just lifted her head up there.
Spot.
Just there. She was nuzzled down, and she pretty much was feeding all the way along here.
Oh, did she feed in the line?
Yeah, she pretty much went and started there.
Sign,
she came all the way along.
I didn't expect that to happen until.
Look, I think she's going to come back.
This is exactly what we want to see, and it's on the middle camera, so Instagram can see it.
Oh, she's not gone back down. Maybe she's going to fight boilies now. I'm a big fan of that.
Right, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to actually, wait a second. Let me just, that's not live. Yeah, so let me just turn this on and off, and then I'm going to, let's just put in video capture device 4. There we go. Right, so this is, if I actually,
we've got our other ambassador watching us from the other side of the lane.
I'm just going to configure this video and turn it around so that you can see exactly where we are and where we are. Right, so can I actually zoom in here? Yeah, I can, but then I'm not going to see the... Okay, so down the bottom you will see... Actually, should we full screen this? Don't really want to full screen it. Yeah, there's nothing happening just now, right? So let's drag this up. Instagram user snookered, you're not going to see anything, right? But actually, if we move that down there and do this and this, yeah. So can you see the marker?
The marker. Where past this camera? Can I point to him?
Yeah, go out and point, and I'll guide your finger. That sounds weird, man.
Oh, John, take me for dinner.
Yeah, I know. So the camera is.
Can you see my?
I can't. Yeah, right.
My right, or your
Right,
right?
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Do you know what? Hold on, I'll just zoom in. It's 4K. I can't see the. Oh no, it's backwards.
It's...
No, the camera's backwards. I'm wondering why. Is the camera backwards?
No, your sound.
How can I not see the? I can't. Is the H block still there?
Yeah, it's still there, it's there.
Okay, wait a sec.
I think I can just about see.
Oh, is that?
So,
Oh, yeah. It's to the right of the. Oh, right. Okay, it looks different on camera, right? So. Yeah. You can see it, right? So it's It's. It looks like that's like the edge of a swap, like the edge of the lake, right? Okay. Right, I got you. Yeah. So bear with me. Yeah. So basically bang in the centre of the screen. So that's where the boys' camera is. And then my camera is underneath that willow on the far right hand side. In fact, I think you can actually see the marker there as well. Can you? No, you can't, but it's underneath that overhanging tree. So let's go back to the underwater. Oh, there we go. So this is live. You didn't miss anything. There was nothing on camera there, so. Right, let's go back to. There's one on the right hand side. Cheers, mate. Was to see if they're worth fishing in Silty Canal, or if they disappear into the silt. They won't disappear into the silt. Is he talking about? Is that the same guy that asked about the mesh bags? I take it they've spawned. Yes, they have spawned.
Yeah.
They can take a few weeks after it to get on the munch.
Yeah, they did a vast majority of them spawned the sort of last week in April to the first week in May.
If he's not here, might as well just wear them.
Yeah, so a big group of them spawned. I think it was like sort of they started like the 28th of April, and then it was 2 weeks ago to this weekend that they pretty much the rest of them finished the job. So majority of them they are all spawned out now to my knowledge. Like I say, with all that heat, after there was a couple of days of spawning 2 weeks ago, and then after that there's not been anything. And it did take them a week to sort of get back feeding really comfortably. But I'd say it's about. There's been plenty of fish out, so I think they're back fully feeding again.
Yeah, they can take a wee hard. Right, cheers, mate. To see if they were worth fishing in Silty Canal or if they disappear into the silt. So, a canal is slightly different, but what I would say is that I've fished in pretty soft silt and had fish feeding on soft silt for 8 hours, and the silt goes up, down, but it never covers your bait. That's a bit of a myth. The only way that it would cover your bait is if you put in really large volumes of bait and it's fed on for a long period of time. but generally, if you're fishing with a couple of kilo, it doesn't really get buried. So on a canal, it might be slightly different because the bottom of the lake's getting stirred up with, you know, potentially boat traffic and whatever. But right, what's happening, John, buddy? How's it going, Sean? What's going on?
Fish is coming into the left.
Yeah, so you won't be able to see it on Instagram, but there's a fish off the back of the camera. I was actually worried because I went on Instagram and Facebook and that slightly earlier because I thought that, well, I didn't want to run out of light, but it does seem that we were a wee bit early. But I think the plan is we're definitely going to leave the cameras out, leave the cameras and the rigs out tonight, using it to decide there's another fish coming in.
I think that's what Tom's doing now. I think he's trying to find out with them, because if
That's the split tail one. That's been in front of both cameras like 15 times. He's feeding. He's feeding.
It's quite confident feeding as well. It's in the filamentous, isn't it? So it's
right
just
at
on
the back of the shot. Yeah, and the weed, see? It's fucking
You've
same
said
thing I
it,
said
yeah.
about 10. Like, out of the fucking 8,000 pellets I dropped,
Well, this is
there's
when
400 in the weed. That's what the...
everybody's saying about clear spots and stuff.
No,
We've got
bollocks.
2 massive clear spots filled with feed, and the carp are feeding in the weed.
Yeah.
Like I say, even there, like that. Obviously, it looks a bit more on camera, but like that's not masses. You know, like this bit
So
here.
there's a little stripe to the... There's a little stripe to the right-hand side that you can see. It's like a little bar of weed. There's some pellet on that. On the left, just to the left of centre, I'm actually going to move this again for the Instagram folk, right? There's a little patch kind of on the middle of your screen now, on the left-hand side, that's in the weed. But then, oh shit, what did I do there? But then, in terms, I don't think what he was feeding on there is my bait.
You don't think?
No, I think the furthest my bait went was just up to that weed. I don't think. I think
think
he's
there's a
feeding on naturals.
Do you think there's a chance that some might have just drifted in behind, and that's
Yeah, possibly.
and that
There
could be
was
the
a
edge?
major undertow.
But it's coming back. And I feel like they're trying to pluck up the confidence
He's
to sort
dealt
of get beyond that, if you know what I mean. Like we were saying about talking about the fish feeding more confidently
another
at
fish
the edge of
coming
your
in.
swim.
On the right. Oh, he's coming in sideways. Look,
He's showing
he's
off.
He's swimming to us sideways.
It's a nice fish.
That's weird. That was like a big drift.
Just you look at him; he's still cruising. I mean, it's really windy, and that's in the flow of the aerator.
Yeah.
So I wonder
that
if he's just,
probably
I wonder
is,
if he's just
yeah.
almost just following
There's
the flow.
that fish. Like, let's see him drop down now on the clear spot. Well, look, she's picked up speed. There's another one at the back of the shot. Is that the same one?
Like I say, because originally you actually dropped your rig there, didn't you? And you decided, well, a bit further back.
I did drop my rig in between where it is the now and probably that weed, probably a couple of foot back. But I want to be able to zoom in on the, like, see where the rigs are the now is actually probably perfect because you can zoom right in. You can see the lead set up. You can see the hook line on the lake bed.
You can see, it's confident in it, but it just won't. It sort of is getting to like almost the boundary, and it's just sort of backing away. So if your rig was on the edge of that bitted up area, you'd like to think you want him.
Like I said to you, right, the quickest I've had fish feeding in front of the camera is from, what did I say? 6 o'clock at night, and it was 10 the next morning.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's
16 hours.
16 hours.
Yeah.
So our camera's been in for what? 7? This is the quickest I've had them
Yeah.
feeding in front of the
Literally,
camera, albeit.
It probably was like 2 o'clock, wasn't it? 2, 3 o'clock when we put this camera out. Or well, probably 2 o'clock by the time, 3 o'clock by the time we got the pellets out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
We had the camera out for a good hour or so, didn't we, before we put anything out?
Yeah.
It was about 4 o'clock when me and Tom left it being out for an hour. Yeah, it'd be about right, won't it?
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, it's been an absolute pleasure to be here.
Oh, no, thank you. No, it's been great to have you.
The banter's been good. It's been between us.
You literally got here at, what was it, about 6 o'clock. We were just chatting away, bringing your stuff up, helping you get set up, and we got back about like I got home about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Came back down about 6 o'clock, and then last night we were here, pretty much. So from 6 o'clock in the morning, we were on watching the cameras, messing around till, like I said, I think it'd have been gone midnight by the time I got. No, it'd been later than that.
Yeah, it was later than that. Yeah.
Yeah, half one by the time I got home, and then we were back down here at about 4:30 this morning.
The thing is, this is the first time that I've came under what I don't want to use the word boring, right? Because it's not boring, it's exciting, but there's long periods of boredom. And it's not been boring because in times when you go through that hour period where there's nothing happening, you're taking the piss out of him and he's taking the piss out of you and I'm refereeing, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a good laugh, so.
Oh, Tom's not here, so we can just take piss out of him.
Yeah, he's not here, so we can proper bitch about him. Although he'll be on Facebook Live down there listening to us.
Yeah, that's where our second view is, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it would be good to get some more intense feeding.
Is Max still watching? That's the question, because he's got one of his style bags here. He'll love it.
Yeah, you're going to put out a solid bag tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much just this. It's our, it's what I like our prototype sort of multi-mix, and it's just crumb boilie, micro pellet, whole pellets, and then a few other like feed stimulants, base mix ingredients and stuff. And like I said, I'm looking forward to getting it on camera to see how it properly disperses through the water columns, how it looks in a pile. You know, I think it'd be brilliant.
If everybody can let me know how it looks, I know it's. See, the thing is, I'm just wondering. So I downloaded a plugin in order to make it look portrait on Instagram. I'm actually wondering if it would be better.
You can give it a try.
Like, if it'd be better just, there's fish on your camera.
They can't do that. They can't do that.
Conor McGregor. You'll do fucking nothing. You'll do fucking nothing.
Who the fuck is this guy? Look at him.
That fish is low down, man.
I'm gonna say, but just at the edge of the edge of the baited area again, just cruising along the back of it. Obviously they can't see it, but just like patrolling the like they're not confidently feeding like they are in yours.
No, but I guarantee they'll start at the back.
Yeah.
They'll do exactly the same as what mine's. Look.
It's thinking about it. Like you say, it's just patrolling, like literally where like they're pretty much just cruising with like their left flank just on the side of our baited area.
I'm just going to record this because we are recording kind of what might turn out to be a film, part one of a film. The thing is, what you need to remember for us guys, like actually catching fish. Like, I'm only really wanting to catch fish because I'm a carp angler, right? But it's not really about. Like, I think there's lots to be learned from rigs, and at a future date I will do that. But I think a lot of the tackle companies and the brands and the people that have done the underwater filming, like, that's how it's coming up on Insta. Hold on. Actually looks quite decent on Insta.
It's just a shame you can't get the full.
It looks good on Insta. Right, so the problem with Insta is you're looking at 90 degrees. If you view it on Facebook or YouTube, you're actually looking at 270. You're seeing 3 times wider. To go back to what I was saying, I think there's more to be learned from how fish react to bait, how fish react to glugs, how fish react to different brands and different, oils. On that pellet spot, I've got salmon oil, Natropel and dry pellet. I tried to split the baits in order to see what they would home in on, if anything. But unfortunately, it's quite close to the aerator, and the flow and the undertow and the wind earlier was absolutely wild. And I was having to drop the bait like fucking 5 foot to the left.
You've not done bad, really. They are to a certain degree condensed to certain piles, but you've just got one scattering, which sort of like just drifted over.
It's just drafted, but it's kind of mixed in with each other. So, here's hoping. I think it'll be tomorrow, potentially before you see them properly feeding the gusto. Although there has been a lot of night bites, hasn't there?
Yeah, like I say, when we first opened it, like we were saying to you before, any minute you felt confident for a fish. Whereas now, don't get me wrong, we've had lots of fish out through the day. It's not like they don't come out, but it sort of feels like, I don't know, maybe like 9 o'clock at night through till maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That sort of is people. The amount of people that have been saying that's like Tom, for example. The few times Tom's been fishing on here, he's had I think 3 of his fish have all come out at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like literally, like he's by the time he's fought the fish, took a photo. All his pictures on his phone are pretty much with it, like 6:20 to 6:30.
Yeah,
Whereas mine, the fish I've had out of here have come. I've had an array of different times. I've had a few actually. I think 2 of mine have actually come mid-afternoon.
3:23, right, so it's 4. Oh, no. Bear with me a second to deal with this. I forgot to stop recording there. And I also need to put oh my God, there's fish on the screen I'm not even showing the viewers. Right, sorry about that, guys.
Oh.
There's a few of them.
Is this one at the back?
I think there's 2 there.
Yeah.
Is there 2?
No, I think there's just the one.
No, I think you're right.
It's got big shoulders though. Look at that. That's
Yeah.
Whoa!
What did that spook off of?
Your cable's here.
No, it's not. It's nothing to do with the camera, man. If we can't see the fish, it can't see us. I don't think. That was.
Have you ever thought that there's ever like a bit of sunlight like reflects off the glass on the camera?
Yeah, possibly.
But it's spooked enough to stop it feeding, but not enough to make it.
But
leave
not
the air.
over there. But yeah, I think down here there sometimes is like the way the light refracts through the air and stuff. I tell you what though, that fish has gone back to that spot. I wonder if if the angler that was fishing next door.
He was slightly bit, yeah. Well, you know what he was fishing with? He was fishing with our bait, so maybe that's.
He was what?
He was fishing with our bait, so they definitely are feeding over there.
There you go. There's a fish feeding.
No, is this the closest they've fed? Would you say to your rigs, or have they been?
I don't know. 1 or 2 like threatened to go down here, but they backed off at the last second. Like not on they didn't back off my rig. They backed off the pellet.
So I felt
But
they're just cruising back through. I could be wrong, but like this area here, I thought there was quite a lot of pellets in that area. When we left, I thought you'd baited up that area. And that area's. But am I getting mixed up with this bit here?
Yeah, it was this bit here. Because remember that is the centre camera.
Yeah.
Actually, can they see that? No, I don't think so. Yeah, man.
Our lass is supporting her. She's watching.
It's just what I need to do is I need to get because I've actually got a 4th monitor. Where is the 4th monitor? It's down there, isn't it? And what I'll do is with the 4th monitor, I'll set up the 4th monitor so that like you can see all the comments.
Yeah.
So you would have the Instagram, the YouTube, the TikTok, the Facebook. You would have them all set up.
Do you want to go see if there's any on Facebook on here? Or do you want to go?
I still can't get over your camera setup. Ethan, I've said, yeah, I've just seen your message how it looks on Instagram. I've actually put a plug in to make it look portrait, and I don't actually think I should have. In fact, there is a way. That's that split fin one, man. That's been in front of the camera more than any of them. Lol, there's 3.
Go on. That was beelining.
Yeah,
and
it actually went away from the camera. Oh, go on. Oh
no.
Baby.
The confidence they're showing now is I've not seen them like this.
He's feeding in the weed. Right, now it's kicking off.
Is this like the closest you felt to getting sort of a bite?
Well, I've never fished in front of it. I mean, I have fished in front of it, but Cromwell I done 3 hours in the zigs. I then went back for the second trip and found in the margin, and the blue dye was too much. The water coloured up, and we never really had the traffic. At thing, mate, Farlow's, I did fish on the first trip, But I didn't fish until the third day and caught a tench, and it was like the tench. I mean, the tench were amazing to watch, right? But after 8 or 9 days of filming down there, you're like, right, okay, enough, boys. You know,
It's enough tench for one
it was
trip.
cool to watch, and the tench fishing community are loving the content. Do you know what I mean? It's good for them to see. I'm a carp angler, but I'm thinking about going with my mates and doing a pike film.
Yeah.
I'm not a pike angler.
Yeah,
But
well,
it would be good to see. I think they look great under the
they
water.
would look amazing, to be fair with you.
Yeah, and up in Scotland, obviously, we've got big pikes, so we're not like 30, 40 years behind in terms of.
Yeah, you're
You know
ahead.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like up there, we
Picture, if you managed to get
22 pounders.
managed to get a 40-pounder pike on there.
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
unbelievable.
There is areas up there that's got multiple 30s, so it'd be good to see a 30-pound pike on camera.
Yeah, that'd be unbelievable.
But
Is that as well as curries? Is that what the Scots do better than us? Pike and Indian
pike
takeaways.
and curries. That's it. Yeah, that's all we're good for. Right, hold on, I'm getting notifications. Hold on a second. Hold on. What am I doing? Oh, right, okay. Is that me viewing me?
I've just had this from Cal. You know, the lad that was in there.
CC Moore. I say, have you ever tried it? No, not in front of the camera. No. No, the only boilies I've put in front of the camera is the krill. I've had fish feeding on krill. I've had small fish feeding, smashing 20mm krill at sandbeds. I had the big one feeding on krill at sandbeds. At Cromwell, we used 10mm krill. We used mainline at Farlow's. Where else did I film? Kingfisher, I didn't get them feeding on anything other than pellet, I don't think. What was the other place? Spring pools. I had some bad luck. First time I got wiped, the camera cable got snapped with swans. Second time they started spawning. Third time they never fed in front of the camera. Spring pools was a lovely lake, but it was like a lake of two halves. They went to the shallow end to sunbathe. They went to the deep end to feed. And they were feeding at the deep end during the night most of the time. So, no, in terms of bait, like CC Moore and companies like that, I really want to try munch baits and put munch baits up against other companies because they're charging £4 a kilo. And it'd be interesting to see. Oh, white taps.
Yeah,
That's the type of the carp I'd love.
That's like it's Ghosty Common. I think it came out last 18. I think.
Yeah.
It probably spawned out.
I like the ones with kind of unique colourings like that.
Do you want to see if I can? Dean, who was watching, he had it out on like one of our first weekends.
Right.
I'll see if I get a picture of it.
Have you got blue dye in this lake? Yes, there is blue dye in the lake, but the lake is
it's naturally porous.
Yeah, the lake is fed with a chalk stream, so the water dies really, really quickly. But yeah, the clarity's good. The clarity's good. And he's got enough stock that we don't need to be able to see 10 foot because there's enough fish in here.
Yeah. And the curious as well.
And they've been so, like when we first put the cameras in, I said to you, didn't I? Like, it's funny how a lot of what I said has actually,
pretty
now know why I've said it. Like the way they'll dance around the camera, then you put the bait in, and I seen it earlier on. Like here, the fish is like beelining and then goes up and away around the bait.
Yeah, everything you said is, like when we were on about boilies last night, even the, obviously like mainline, Alimedes and the bloodworm, I thought, generally, like, don't get me wrong, I, in my opinion of them, they're not all the best in the world with regards to quality. But I did think the fish would have probably consumed them through the night. But the fact every single one of them,
not one of them was eaten. Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like I say, it'd been, obviously we've moved the camera now, but it'd be kind of interesting if we went back out with the.
You can go out and check it.
Yeah, and see if they actually have gone now. They've been out, maybe had a little bit longer to break down, and the fish have found more palatable.
If it was maybe the camera, it took them a while to get used to the camera.
But it'd be interesting, like I say, with ours.
Can you try a yellow pop-up / wafter to see what it looks like underwater, please?
Well, you know what?
Well, what colour's that? What colour's that bottom bit? That's a kind of like yellow.
Yeah, that is yellow. Well, you know what I find strange is how our boilies.
On that, that's too pretty.
Oh, they can't even see them, can they? But like
Oh no, they can't see them. No.
But like our boilies, so obviously our fish meal boilie, the Trinity, that is a really dark red. Not really dark red, like a dark like fish mealy brown, how you'd expect.
Yeah.
And the Fusion is a real nice yellowy colour.
There is actually a way. Hold on. Right, if you bear with me a sec.
And the way it shows up in the water is nothing like I'd expect.
Because I can get this. Yeah, there is actually a way for me to kind of... Oh, there's fish at the back of the spot feeding. There was also a fish on your screen there for a second. Right, wait a second. Because I can use this camera to at least film the screen. So to show you the point that I know the point that you're trying to make. So, but obviously if they've not seen the boilies, then right. So let me add in.
You're about to see the most satisfying boilie clear spot you've ever seen.
Right. So if I go to picture here and click OK, it should. Yeah. Right. So this is obviously low resolution, right? But it will show you, so that plate there is actually the H block marker, and we've got one. So this is us in the bivvy. So this is our setup. So the point that I think you're trying to make here is that, do you know what? Let me try and pull it out a bit so you can get an idea of the colours. Right. So that looks a bit better there, right? Oh, do you know what? Wait a second.
This is coming. Yeah, this one's coming in.
Right, I think we're good, right? So, this is the two different boilie colours, right? And if we spin this round here and show you... Actually,
I'll get a torch on.
Yeah. Right, there you go, right? So, oh, wait a minute. Right, so there you go. So, that's his two different boilie colours, right? But on the screen, and again, this is partially because of the dye, or the obviously the white balance that we've had to set in order to get the maximum video quality. But yeah, you can see that they are quite similar, if you like. Or not similar, but they're not as different in the blue dye. Were they like that right off the rip?
Yeah, literally straight away.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting, to be fair.
So these because these ain't washed out. They've only been in there for.
Like I say, what time is it now? 4 hours maybe, 5 hours. Oh no, it was longer actually. Since we bait it up, because we went out when
yeah, because that camera went in first. Yeah, but you baited up. We put that camera out before you baited up that one.
That's true, yeah.
So yeah, they've only been out there for
a similar amount of time, really. Maybe 5 hours.
5 hours or something, yeah. There is a lot of fish activity now. It's definitely growing, and I'm seeing a lot of fish with
it's sort of matching that time as well, isn't it? And Cal's just sent us this.
Just seeing me, yeah. I'm watching live. It'd be very interesting seeing how the pulling power pulled the fish down to feed rather than just a bait straight out the bag. What the pulling power of what?
Yeah, what is in like the pulling power of like the attractants in the boilie, or like say, if just the curiosity of them, coming straight to a bag. I'll ask him.
Right, here's a question, right? It's for somebody that does make bait, right? What would you say is the worst bait, right, in terms of like taste, flavour, nutritional value, whatever?
Probably mainline.
No, I don't mean like.
Is in like what?
Right. The point I'm trying to make here is, if I was trying to tempt you to eat, and I put a Big Mac or a cardboard box in front of you, I'd be sure that you would eat the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Right?
I know
So what is the cardboard box to a fish, to a carp?
Oh, that's a question, because like I say, a lot of baits, you've got like your old classics and stuff where like we've had this conversation a few times where carp will literally eat anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you think about it, like a zig foam, for example, there's no nutritional value in that. They're eating that thinking it's...
Yeah.
And the same with like hook baits and wafters and so on. A lot of them hook baits are actually, like say wafters, pop-ups, they're not classed as a feed, they're actually classed as a lure. because they've not actually.
Yeah. It's a territorial,
Yeah.
just that curiosity kind of thing.
Yeah. So like the same with a lot of boilies. So like if you want to sort of go down like what is, I don't know, what's redundant. Like there's a lot of boilies which like 50-50 mix. You know, there's very little sort of integral ingredients which actually add to the nutritional. Yeah, they're coming.
That's that white tips one.
It's done a big. I mean, like say we're only what will be maybe 20 yeah. How far away would we say?
Probably 20 to 30 yards apart.
Yeah,
But it came in from that side. Come in from the opposite side of the island,
So
like the top of the island.
Oh well, to be fair, that camera is facing towards that far willow tree. So if we've seen it go off that way, it's quite easily gone forward.
Yeah, true.
It's just, well, what it's done is it's seen our boilies and then gone, you know what, we fancy some pellets now.
He's feeding. But he's feeding in the weed. I think he's feeding on naturals. Unless he's definitely that weed that they're feeding on there is definitely not my bait. So unless either they're feeding on naturals or they're feeding on the guy next door's bait who's now left. But we're kind of on the division line between the two swims, aren't we? So
yeah.
I feel like we're building to something.
It feels like there's something going to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah. If it doesn't happen tonight, though, I'm definitely confident that that spot's primed. They've had a little feed on it. They've been swimming round about it. There's enough fish who's got that area as part of their patrol route. The rigs are fairly inconspicuous.
He's coming in quite strong.
Yeah, this is...
Now it feels like every time a fish is coming in, they're feeding. You know, before it was like one was feeding, whereas now it just feels like every single one's just coming in confidently. Like this, look at this one. I say that's going to swim away now.
One at the back's feeding as well. Do you know what? I'm going to actually try and maybe boost the light level. Let me know if this looks better or worse. Just give it a second. Right, let me just check the comments. Right, so artificial baits probably taste the least. Yeah. Yeah. Them cheap ready-mades, especially off Temu. Yeah, don't start, Lee, because otherwise, I know. Listen, if Temu done carp bait, Craig would be on it. Let's be honest. Where's the rig, mate? Sorry, just joined. So one of the rigs is. So you'll see right in the centre of the screen, just to the left-hand side, you'll see the little black lead, the little black flat pair lead, just to the bottom left of that. So that one's on a lead clip with a short 3 to 4 inch D-rig, and it's got one of the boys' hook baits on it. What they call Trinity and...
There's the Trinity and the Fusion, so
right,
the
so
Trinity's
one of
the
them's
fish
a Trinity,
meal.
yeah. The Trinity's the fish meal, and then the other one, which is the Fusion,
it's a blend of corn, tiger nut, and pineapple.
Yeah, and we've got that. I've got that, which is just to the right, so on the same line almost. On the right hand side, you'll see the boilie, and the lead is just to the right of it. That is on a heli system, again with a 3.5 ounce flat pair.
This is what Carl's just got back with, you know, to that previous one.
Yeah, so with regards to glugs and stuff like that, do you know what actually might be a good idea? I don't know if it does look better later. Does it look better? Does that? Can someone let me know? John, have you tried particles like hemp, tigers and pigeon conditioner? No, I've not. But I will. There's 5,000 things that I want to try, and one of the problems is when you go fishing, or when you go filming, like, you end up trying to try 5,000 things, which you simply cannot do. The good thing about this lake is that it's a boilie and pellet only water, so in some ways, that's actually a good thing, because if I could have filmed with hemp and tigers and pigeon conditioner and maggots and do pretty much anything, then I end up all over the place because there's just too many options. So because it's pellet and boilie, we're going to basically use this venue to do all the pellet and boilie stuff. The good thing about pellet, and solely pellet, not really looking better, there's not much in it. Okay. The good thing with the pellet is that, yes, we can glug it. We can glug it, and like I've got molasses with me, which is absolutely revolting and stinking and old-fashioned, but I've also got, you know, your mainline smart liquid. Some of this pellet was glugged in salmon oil, some of it was glugged in Latropel, some of it's dry. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, we did have a major undertow, so we couldn't actually split them into 3 different piles. But based on this footage, I think it would have been an unfair test anyway.
But what
because they're all coming in from here.
I think it's one of them. You could have put any of them pellets on that far edge, and that's what would have been getting fed on.
Yeah. But
Ooh.
it's too coming. That's commentator's curse. That is, because you've literally said that the fish are all coming in from that edge and feeding, and then
the fish are. What should I say? Like the fish aren't definitely
that fish is definitely called the drifter. That one, because that fish just come in and done like a handbrake turn. I don't know if it does look better. Does it look better? I'm just going to check it on my phone. It looks too bright now. Just going to turn the brightness down a touch. Sorry, right, so what we were talking about there. Yeah, so with regards to glugs, the good thing about now working out this spot is that if we could actually film here again, then rather than putting the glugs there, and there, you would put them there, and there.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, because you almost need like, you'd have to do this like a million times to get an accurate understanding, and you'd have to like alternate which one's the edge. And
I've done enough to say that I'm starting to see things, right? Like the weed thing, the feeding and the weed thing. Now we went over and dumped the camera in the weed, and nothing happened. And you're probably thinking, well, the weed thing. You'd be forgiven for thinking the weed thing's a lot of shit. But then having dumped 85, 90% of my pellet in the clear spot and 10% in the weed, we have seen a lot of fish feeding in the weed and sucking at the naturals.
Do you know how to?
My 2 rigs are right there, and I still.
You know how to be found interesting if there was if the clump of like weed was almost central to a clear spot, and whether or not the fish would come over the bait into the centre, you know, and to feed like basically in the middle of it.
Yeah, what you should do with your rig is set your rig up on a little sample of astrograph and cast it out.
I'm not like, go take it boat.
Yeah. But they're definitely, almost, like you say, almost every fish that's there now is coming in and having a mouthful.
Yeah, it's getting consistent. I'm a little bit concerned with Boss Tom.
Right. Sorry, you guys.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, come in. You can take over because I need to go for a piss.
Oh wait, no, I need Ryan.
Oh,
we can't leave them with nobody, can we? I've just completely lost my train of thought. Let's. How much time we got left now?
We can finish the stream whenever.
No. I mean, let's just get a rig out on it. Has
Alright.
it been much?
they've actually been getting closer and closer.
Let's get a rig out on it.
Let me go. Let me go for a
Oh,
piss.
good.
You just take over the stream for 5 minutes. You're in charge of my stream. This is your chance to promote the shit out of this. Everything here.
You'll come back and everyone will go, all they spoke about was
Yeah.
Enigma baits.
Stick that on.
Let me tussle. Cheers. All right.
You're in.
Well, I'll refrain from boring you all with what I was going to tell Ryan. And we'll pick up where
Why don't you tell me quickly what you were going to say, and then
I've got some merchandise here, which is
no way.
always
let's get changed and
great
let's strip
thing.
off for everyone.
And this merchandise will be available at some point in the near future on the Enigma Baits website.
If you want to go check us out, we're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, just not Twitter.
What were you two just laughing about then?
We'll just talk about you actually.
Brilliant, right?
Yeah.
We'll keep doing that then.
We
That's always a nice thing.
we're saying because so before obviously the fish were cruising over John's spot. Now every single fish that is coming in is taking a mouthful, literally every single. But they're all to the back edge. So
This looks massively different to what it did when I left you.
And on ours, the fish, some of the same fish are actually cruising over ours. None have actually really been feeding, but they've been patrolling that far edge and then they'll come and then they'll patrol the far edge, and they seem to just be taking a little mouthful.
Have they moved some of the bait?
No, not that we've
Through
seen.
proximity, no.
Not that we've noticed, but they could well have done, but we haven't noticed.
Well, it feels really good out there. There's a lot of stirring up in the shallower areas and everything like that. So, yeah, this has changed massively, hasn't it? The viewers might go, "What's he on about?" It hasn't changed a bit, but it does feel like it. It does feel
we've got
different.
Carpet Craig. We've got Jacob. Go on, get Jacob down. He can go set our rods for us.
Is that still?
Yeah, 1 minute ago. Yeah, it's 1 minute.
Oh, right. No, right, sound. Oh, yeah, what? Because
the eye candy comes in.
You know, we still haven't got rigs in the water. Well, John has, but we haven't. I'm not sure
We're giving him a head start, fighting chance. And all
yeah,
that.
exactly. But, no, okay.
But if you see, if you watch this, it probably won't do it now because I fucking said it. But if you watch, they seem to be patrolling down here, and they'll just be feeding on the edge of that. And one thing we found, I was saying to everyone, obviously everyone talks about clear spots, but like John has said as well, probably like 90% of the feeding has been to the bits of pellet that have been dropping into the filamentous.
Well, we were saying yesterday, so many times, the feedback we get from anglers that we either know the lake bed because of all the stuff we've done, right? Or we know the lake bed now because of this sort of thing. And we've had so many anglers feedback going, "Oh yeah, I'm on this kind of spot," or "I'm in this sort of area," and we almost know for a fact that it's not. But sometimes you get like a false confidence from it, or a false like negative
hooks.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like some people go, "I'm fishing on a beautiful hard spot," because we've spoken about the difference between leading with a braid and everything else, or dropping from the boat. But what they actually don't realise is that they are fishing in the filamentous, and the reason they've had a stonking session is because of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's exactly it. And Jacob's saying that it looks like there's a lot of bait gone before from when he was here, and that. I
mean, if they continue on a trajectory, like coming in, you know, working from the outside in, and of course, the closer they get, I know they don't spook off the camera, and they do love it, and they're inquisitive about it, but. I mean, in terms of content and in terms of where the rigs are at, you want them moving in, don't you?
I was saying to John, if he'd left his rigs, you know, before he was right at the back, and obviously he wanted them close to the camera, I reckon he could have easily have had a fish potentially if he'd left them where they were originally, because that's where the majority of the fish had been feeding.
Yeah.
And there has been a few. There was one when you were over there. It just came in. It was beelining for his hook bait, and it just sort of, and then just swam off.
Yeah, they're not daft. It's interesting to see how. Differently every fish feeds as well, isn't it? You always get it in your head, and I don't know if it's the way like previous underwater stuff has been clipped together, or whether it's just the kind of image you build up in your head. But you'd never expect this. If you were sat on quiet rods, even if you've watched an underwater video like a week ago where you know they could be doing stuff over your bait, you'd tell yourself they're not.
No, 100%.
You just assume that your hook bait and your bait is there. Absolutely nothing is happening, and if a carp does come into the area, they're going to take it. Do you know what I mean? We don't know how many times.
One thing, these cameras are absolutely brilliant, but at the same time, they're almost like a curse, because, like, you know, when you're sat for, you know, if you have your rod out, if you had like one fish in 24 hours, and you'd be like, that's not too bad, you know, that's all right. But on here, if you're watching for 24 hours, like, it's almost unnerving the amount of fish that are passing over. Like when we had the 13-inch zig out yesterday, because. John was saying about that's like it's sort of an underrated height because the fish often cruise that high. The amount of fish that were just like brushing past it and sort of just like knocking it with the tail and just completely ignoring it. It was
and this
mental.
is where like there's variables within fishing. There's variables within fishing that we can control as anglers. Do you know what I mean? Bait application, presentation, location, all of those sorts of things. Then there's the kind of variables that we know about but we can't change, like oxygen levels and the weather and all that sort of stuff. But then you think the kind of like microclimate that fish live in, you think about even the way they feed and how complex their like kind of digestive systems are, and the way they sense and taste everything in the water, like all of those intricacies and how they feel everything. It has such an impact, and we kind of then go, if a fish has come in and fed intensely, we go, right, what do we know about right now? Or it's overcast, it's low pressure. We go through those things. We don't go through the rest of it that the fish do.
Well, like I say, people, you know, like we put all this bait in, but them carp are feeding in the filamentous where there's tadpoles, there's snails. Like we know there's Daphne. You know, like look, just on the edge of our.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Oh yeah, 3 of them.
Go on.
Oh well, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on. No one can see it, and I don't dare switch cameras because John will kill me if it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. What we're saying.
Yeah.
Carper Craig. I think everyone. But yeah, everyone puts too much.
Yeah.
Well, we actually say like.
We're about to say you can't take it out once it's in unless you're Danny Fairbrass and you've got a Hoover.
Yeah. God, we're gonna sue because I've already been slated mainline off.
Oh no.
Danny, if you're listening, we love you. You know. But
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we were saying. Especially if you're on a shorter. I had this. I wouldn't say it's a revelation because it is quite obvious, isn't it? Like, but when I was dropping some bait off around my rig on a really quick overnight, just single boilie on the bottom, and it was like 12 boilies around it. I thought that goes two ways.
Yeah.
It either does engage them in a bit of a flurry of feed, and then it helps camouflage your hook bait, or if they are only coming in to pick one or two up, well, you've just ruined your chances, haven't you?
Well, we always say to people, you know, when they turn up, almost just start your first night, just, you know, depending on how you're fishing, PVA bag with maybe a couple of boilies, just find the fish, try and nab a bite, and once the fish are feeding, then just keep trickling it in. And
we say once the fish are feeding though, but this is perfect proof that if we think the fish are feeding, we think it's relatively intense, they're centralised into the area, they're not going to move off the swim, all that sort of stuff. But this is proof that you might have a really good session, 6 bites, but they could have been going
You almost see, like, I mean, look at these coming in.
Yeah, here we go.
This could be it. God, I hope we get a fish on John's rods.
Yeah, we've got 4 that'll probably move in for you guys in a sec.
Have you ever used snails before?
No, that's good feeding. That's interesting he asks that question because even though we're high quality boilie and pellet only here, shut up, Max.
Max, come over there, I'll give you some casting lessons.
even though we're high quality and boilie pellet here, it's a feed perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in terms of hook baits, you can have a lot more freedom, and that's how a lot of people fish. So when we talk about naturals, why not try something on a hook bait? Now then, the thing is, how confident can you be in it? How do you get it to stay on there and so on? They're really engaged, aren't they, these fish?
God, we probably have to get some rigs out shortly.
Yeah, John's left at a bad time. I was just coercing, right? I'm not coercing him because he's going to come willingly to go and put a couple of rigs on the spot.
You bullish. Yeah. I'm waiting for Max to say something, come back with something. But is this like glitching, or are they just doing laps?
No, plenty of them.
Yeah. They're coming.
John, this is brilliant timing, mate, because...
You're not putting that out. I'm joking.
4 or 5 have come in. There's been
look, you can sort of see where it's lagging.
Obvious feeding, so it's looking good. Yeah, I tell you what, they just said keep John out of the bivvy for as long as possible. We love your content.
Neil, what's the depth? So at the moment we're fishing in. The camera off screen's about 5 foot. The one on screen's about 4.5 foot. The lake itself has got an average depth of about 5.5 foot. Varies from the bottom end of the lake, where closest to the car park. That's probably an average of like 4.5 foot, and the top end, the deepest spot, is about 8 foot.
Jacob, we can't get our rods out on here, mate, because we'll get banned.
How many kilos?
Plus, you'll have to zoom in on Ryan's. Yeah, we did start with a bit of that kind of. Yeah, we actually are going to. I'll sub out for John.
You just go and get
we'll go and do a little bit.
Are you going to put your rigs out?
Yeah, we'll do it now. We'll do it now for you.
Hey, it only takes a second to have a bite, man.
I know, but we're going to lose. The camera's got off in 20 minutes.
Exactly, we're going to catch all these fish off camera. No,
is that time of it?
Why don't you just go and fish? Why do you not fish in front of the camera? And put the rigs out at the moment?
See?
I just think that...
I agree with you, John.
Like, if you'd been fishing all day and you wanted to keep the rigs in at night so that you didn't have to redo them in the morning, then fair enough.
Now, you know what this means? He's basically asking me to get up at 4 a.m. at crack of dawn to go in and...
Yeah, and you can man the cameras and wake me up at 6:30. That fish is looking...
That's a good question. Are the fish deterred from the cameras or being put off?
I'll answer that. It's the cable.
You've seen it a million times, haven't you?
It's the cable, 1,000,000%.
It's a bit tight in here.
Give us your mic as well, actually.
Why you give me a hug then?
Because I actually noticed before that Fallows Dan was outside and he was up talking to his mates. I was on the live stream and he forgot to the mic.
And Ryan says some questionable stuff a lot of the time. I gave him a script a minute ago. I'll take that rig actually.
Yeah, if you want to put the rigs out, you can, but...
No, I see what you're saying, mate.
Are you going to harm the spot through the night for very little gain?
Okay.
Right, so John doesn't want you to make fools of yourself on camera. I'd agree with him. No, listen, you know what's going to happen? These boys are going to put the rigs out tomorrow and they're going to absolutely smash it. Well, my rigs are going to get... I'm going to get my pants pulled down. So, yeah, to answer the question, so in terms of the does the camera spook the fish? No. Are the fish aware of the camera? Yes, 1,000,000%. When you put the difference, I don't know how everybody does it, all the big boys, right? But what I will say is that what I do is I always put the camera in on its own. No bait, no rigs, no nothing. And I told the boys this. They said, what do you expect to happen? I said, when I put the camera in, the fish will be right up to the camera. This lake in particular is the most that I've seen whereby... Actually, I'll put that mic on. The fish will do like 3, sometimes 4 donuts around about the camera, right up to the camera, like a foot or 2 away, and they'll go around it and they'll go around it. They're not spooked of it, but they are clearly like, what the fuck is this? And then what happens is, I film like that for 3 or 4 hours, and I just watch their behaviour, their patrol routes, it doesn't influence how I'm going to bait or whatever. It maybe to a certain extent in terms of how much I bait, but I'm more interested in learning from how the fish feed. So for me, the catching of the fish is important, but it's only important in order to prove that it can be done. So I filmed for 3 hours with no rigs and no bait. Then I dump the bait in, generally, or in an ideal world, I will fish a single zig, just because everybody wants to see the zig filming. I do believe in short zigs, and I said this to the boys. I said, I think we should zig film for the day because there's an opportunity here. There's a lot of traffic. It doesn't get zig fished a lot. I want to see how they respond to a bit of black foam. So yesterday I put out 2 rigs, both of them at 12, I think 13 inches. And on the left camera, like 65, not 65 separate fish, but 60 to 70 times roughly, the fish swam within a foot of the zig in either direction, but every single time they were like 6 inches below it. So as someone that believes in low zigs, and I generally fish my zigs like a foot or a foot and a half, for me, it actually realised that in the situation I was in yesterday, that the zig was too high is actually remarkable. But they might not have been. I don't know what percentage of times the zig actually gets attacked from above or below, which was one of the posts that I put on social media in midnight last night. This is the type of thing that I want to see. Is it 50-50? Or is it got to be on their eye level, or is it always from above or whatever? So in terms of the spooking, the fish 100% do spook off the cable. Now, I'm going to drag this over a touch, right? So you will actually see the cable for the camera is on the right hand side. And what I've done is I've disguised my cable in weed, right? So when I position my camera in the lake, the key thing that I'm looking for is ideally a clear spot backed up against weed, because the sooner that I can get the cable into the weed, the sooner the fish accept it. The other thing that's really good about this place, and I think one of the reasons why the fish are feeding in front of the camera probably quicker here than anywhere else, is because the boys have got like 4 aerators up and around the island, and there's cables that actually cut through some of the lakes. I mean, they're pinned down onto the lake bed, but I think the fish are used to seeing black cables in the lake. So perhaps that's got something to do with it. Perhaps it's just the fact that there's an increased stock in here. And in terms of the other question, have the fish ever tried to take the camera with them? The fish ever tried? No, the fish have never tried to take the camera with them. I have had, oh my god. The ducks are, I've got the spot clipped up and it's, oh, they've spooked off. Right, so the ducks have just... Right, now here's something interesting for you guys, right? Like I say, this is all about learning stuff. We had... There's one fish coming in on the bottom. There's one floating on the surface. We had about 12 ducks. We had 12 ducks come in earlier, right? So we put out... That's 2 kilo of boilies on the camera that the boys are going to be filming on, and like a dozen ducks came in and they dived on that bait for probably a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And oh look, they're doing it right. Do you know what? I'm going to share this with you, right? I'm going to share this with you. Bear with me here, right? So you will see the ducks are diving there, right? The amount of bait that these ducks take is ridiculous. Like, they will dive and they will take 6, 7, or even 8 boilies at a time. And if there's 12 ducks, they are smashing your bait. We reckon they done a 1/4 of a kilo of boilies in the best part of a minute and a half. Now, when the duck comes up to the surface, you only see the duck with... You only see the duck with 1 boilie in its mouth. You assume that you can see... If 3 ducks come in, and you see the 3 ducks dive 3 times, you're going to assume that they've taken roughly 9 boilies. They ain't. Like, these ducks were... And I filmed it, so I will share it online once I get home and I edit the footage and stuff like that. But it's just something to be aware of. Like, if you get a big shot, and as I say, what I'll maybe do is I'll maybe count them tomorrow. But they all swim together. There is a bit of duck. I'm not exaggerating when I say a dozen. There's 11, 12, maybe 13 of them. And when they dive, man, they are smashing your bait, and they are proper like Morse code right along the lake bed, grabbing all the boilies, swallowing them. And when you see them come to the top and they've got a boilie in their mouth and you see them gulping it down, that is not probably, in a lot of cases, that's not the first one that they've took. So let me just go on and see the YouTube questions. Looks lovely lake, spot on, mate. Most fish our way have lost 5 to 7 pounds after spawning. Yeah, the fish are all spawned out, so they are looking lean and mean, although there is a few chunky ones out there. It is a new lake. This lake has not been stocked with like 7, 8 pounders. There is big fish in here. That fish there's a 20, mid 20 possibly. In fact, I think Thingy said it was last out at 27 pounds. Let me just check on... Hey, how's it going? Infamous Javelin, it's going good. Let's see, I've missed a lot of comments here. Evening, lads. Right. Where's the good-looking lad gone? The two of them. I don't even know what they're doing. I don't know if they're still making up rigs. Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. I'm starting to lose daylight. What time are we at? 20 to 9. How long have we been online here? An hour and a half. Yeah, I think it's possibly going to happen. I don't know whether I want it to happen on live. It's probably better for it to happen not on live so that I can... Right, hold on. Let me just turn myself on and turn my camera on and off. Yeah, it's probably better to happen not on live. That way I can... Because one of the issues I've got with the live, right, is because I'm filming in 360. Oh, wow, look at this fish coming in. Wait till you see this fish. This is swimming rather interesting. That is a... Look at the front of its mouth. Right, there's the swan's back, right. I can't show you this one because I might get a bite here. Right, do you know what? Boys! Do you know, I'm going to go and spod and get rid of them ducks. I think I've got the spod clipped up and it's got stones in it. So I should be able to get the buggers, scare them, spook them away. Although I've got rods all over the place behind me here. So, right there. Right, so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 11, right, so I was slightly exaggerating. Right, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. There's oh shit, line. Right, there's 11 ducks, so at least I know when I put the footage up, I can show you exactly how they eat the boilies. Right, I'm going to need to go back to the live because I've got a cat feeding at the back. Right, okay, so not that one. Oh, it's just shut off. Okay, right, what's going on, spotting mate? Right, let me just go back. Right, my phone's pinging like hell. Right, I'm going to call it a day. I'm absolutely shattered and we're going to go and get a curry, I think. So, yeah, I'll be back on live at some point tomorrow. Tell me them bloody ducks aren't back. No, they're not. They're all good. Yeah, I'll hopefully be back on live. It's pellet. I can tell when you change the camera view. Oh, did I forget to put that camera back? No, it's all good. Bear with me a second. Right, wait a minute. It's pellet. I can tell when you change the camera view. What do you mean? I'm just going through all these comments. It's quite difficult when you're live streaming on. Oh wow, a big shoal coming in. One's feeding at the back. Small one's darted across the middle. Another one's going left. I think I'm going to need to boost the light level now. Let's see if we can. And now they've all shot off. So here's the question: do I leave the rigs out? Right, they are getting closer to the rigs now. Do I leave the rigs out? I don't know if it does look better when it's brighter. That fish is a big fish, man. I want to leave the rigs out because but I don't want to get a bite. And like during the night. Oh. Right. What's the verdict, guys? Do I leave the bite? Do I leave the rigs out? Or do I bring them in? Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Fish for a bite, then increase bait consistency as bites come and bang on, the lads get your rods out. Yeah, we've only got, like on crystal clear water, I can film until a half hour after last light, generally, right? So what have we got here? Last light is at 9:30. So I would normally, on gin clear water, be able to, gin clear non-dyed deep water, I would generally be able to film until 10 o'clock here. But given the dye on this, and the fact that I'm in shallow water, the dye seems to sit slightly in the upper layers. I reckon I've got another, yeah, I reckon 9:30 is possibly right. So There's another 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's fish everywhere here. 1, 2, 3. There's a 4th there. I feel like I've had enough of the live, but at the same time, I've got a feeling that at the minute I stop going live, that it's going to happen. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the Instagram live. How long that pellet been out, John? Not long. It has been out. The camera only got deployed on this spot. When did we do it? About 2 o'clock today. The pellet went out maybe an hour later, so it's not even. It'll still be reasonably hard. It's been out for less than the time we got 9 o'clock. It's been out for 6 hours maybe. Yeah, they're just cruising. But there is fish feeding at the back of the spot. You'll see just where that little weed is in the distance. If you're on Instagram in the middle camera, they have started working their way through a lot of that bait. So the problem is that most of the fish are getting caught at night at the moment. If you get a bite, you get a bite. Yeah. I'm not, like, I want to get a bite on this trip. But once I get a bite, once I prove that I can get a bite or two, if my rigs work, which there's a high probable chance they won't, given the fact that, I mean, I was just talking about this with the guys from Fresh Fishing. They're doing a video in the swim 2 up from me, and I was just talking to them about this, where I actually think our average conversion for every angler as an average overall is, I think it's less than 15%. Oh, look at that. A wee purchase just kicked a boilie. Let me see if you can see it. You should see it in a second. Oh no, you would have seen it because my voice is paired as in sync. Yeah, so I think how much bait you put out, John, looks a lot on the spot. It was about 1.5 kilos, maybe. But there's a lot of fish in here, right? And this is a new lake, right? So it's a pellet and boilie water only. There's 200 fish in 3.5 acres, 3.8 acres, and the lake's only just opened. So I think there'll be, and the lake's recently been dyed, and I don't know if you've seen the interview with Daryl Peck talking about the dye, and he said when you add the dye in, the fish proper got on the munch. This fish that's coming in here, I think, is a good one. I think it's one of the big ones. But there's no like 40s or 50s or anything. It's not. It's a brand new lake, so it was only for the purpose of the film, because it looks bang on for bait. Right, hold on a second. Yeah, I'll deal with that. There's some perch on the left-hand left-hand camera. Oh, come on, man. It would be good. If I got a bite now, I would probably just bring in the second rod and just keep the rods in. I don't know if that big fish has had a feed yet. I'm going to take me off the... I'm going to take me off the screen just so you can see. Hold on a second. But we've had no feeding on the other camera. So as I say, this is the boilie. That's the boilie camera. Obviously that's just filming the computer screen. So we've got like 2 kilo of boilies. Move that over. Oh, hold on, fish coming in. So what I'm going to find out from the boys, that one with the cut tail. I'd like to know the weight of that just so that I can gauge the weight of some of the other fish. Oh, come on, fishy, 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 fishy. But yeah, I'm fairly confident. I'm going to be here. I've got all day tomorrow. What day is it today? Yeah, I've got all day tomorrow, and I'll be leaving on Saturday. So, yeah, I think tomorrow will be the day. Looks like the bottom of my syndicate. Which peg are you on at the moment? I'm on peg. I don't know the names of the pegs. The boiler looks a lot more than the pellet, John. It's roughly this. No, it's about 1.5 kilos. I'll show you.
Hello, John.
Hi, boys. Hi, boys. And you come, boys.
Well, I'm actually coming to get my car keys.
What I was going to ask you was, see the cut tail mirror? How
Yeah.
big is that?
Last came
That's
out
right,
at
27.7.
Yeah, I thought that. I said
The
27.
new mug with.
It's been hanging about.
I've just actually our young ambassador just dropped us a picture of it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, well he sent a picture of the live. So
Yeah, right. So,
This is interesting observations, isn't it?
right.
Yeah.
So,
this one, he just sent a picture. She's got a cut tail there.
oh yeah, it's on the camera. Yeah. Right. So, which peg you on? Which peg is this?
This is K.
K.
K. Right. Okay. So we're on peg K. Looks like the bottom of my syndicate. The boiler looks a lot more than the pellet. Yeah. The reason why, I'm just going to explain to you the reason why. If I go back here and show you. The reason why there looks like a lot more boily
Good idea.
than pellet is because the fish have ate some of the pellet.
That took a minute to sink in then. I wasn't paying
Well,
attention.
That shit's going to be there all week.
Hey, the only thing
In
you
all
know is the
fairness, right?
ducks so far, isn't it?
No, the ducks have ate some. The
Yeah.
ducks hammered all this. Look.
Yeah. No, that was the biggest fish in the lake.
Just,
So-
we just want to point out when we had sticky baits, main line. No,
Yeah, nothing happened.
Even the ducks won't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
A lot of yours get caught up in the toe, didn't they? The pellets when they were landing. Do we need more context?
Wading through with toes out.
But you were saying how especially with the aerator pushing across.
Yeah, the
and
toe, the
wind,
undertow,
the
yeah,
the
yeah, sorry,
undertow,
yeah.
yeah. So that could be why there's a little bit of a, and of course
there has been a lot of feeding, but they're not
they're not in gross.
still just dropping down the
Yeah.
mouth throwing away. But I've only ever seen that. Like I say, I've never seen them just come in and tear the spot to pieces in a 30-minute frenzy. What we did about food? We
Yeah, we
get
literally-
We were
That's
actually coming in to suss it out.
order a takeaway.
Should we ask everyone what we
Should we ask everyone
yeah.
what they think?
Yeah,
we
it's
should
everybody
get?
on Facebook. What are you wanting from? So yeah, we were actually making a joke earlier about how the only thing that's better.
Oh, Jodie Calladines have been on.
Right, hold on. Right, which peg are you on? Right, crazy how many baits are actually on the spot, considering it's only 2 kilogram of boilies and 1.5 kilogram of pellet. It makes me think we put too much bait out half the time.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Craig was on about
We
that.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think we do put out too much bait. But see when you watch it on the underwater cameras, man, you put out a little handful, nothing happens. Well, we put out 75 boilies, right? So you said, right? So hold on a second. You said that with your boilies, 500 boilies is a kilo.
Yeah, pretty much. The average, obviously, it depends on a few things, but it's normally 2 grams per
So
boilie.
we put out 75 boilies last night. Obviously, it wasn't your boilies, right? But let's just say it's the same weight.
Yeah.
150 gram.
150 grams. So last night we put out 75 boilies, and this morning there was 75 boilies still there. So 75 boilies is not a lot. It screams danger, that boilie, John. You think so?
What does danger mean?
Yeah. Well, do you know what's interesting, right? Do you know what I actually bought? And I'm planning on testing on this trip. Is the old donkey choker 28mm halibut pellets.
Oh, I see what he's saying. He's saying because it's such a contrast.
Yeah, he's
to
saying
pellet.
this boilie. Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what? So many people. We have most of our anglers.
7 boilies is the number, John.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
Simon-
we've got
that's a
seven.
Simon Scott
Right.
thing. That.
Yeah.
But so
So
many
it
of
is.
our anglers, like a lot of anglers now, modern anglers, they don't even go bottom baits anymore. Whatever they put out, whether it's pellet, boilie, crump, mixes, they'll fish a
Ethan
single bite.
says leave the rigs in overnight, mate. I probably will leave the rigs in.
Ethan, he was just telling us not to bother because he obviously wants to win this little competition we've got going on.
What lake you on? I'm on a lake called
Enigma Lakes. We're on that
Oh, Enigma baits. Plug.
In fact, I've got my own brand in there.
I forgot cameras over here.
There we go.
Has it got? Does it say?
No,
Oh, wait a minute. Why have I got? Why is it Enigma baits?
wasn't deliberate.
I want a fucking lake hat.
Oh dear. Oh, sorry,
no, I'm
everyone.
not wearing this.
Miscommunication. We can swap. Yeah, Enigma Lakes.
Right,
yeah.
Enigma Lakes and bait. Right, so the boys owned a bait company, and now they've,
You could
they've
do it
bought
have
a
a big
lake.
cock on it.
I just thought it was. I thought I had the same as. Right. Okay. Right. You're
Yeah,
two
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So. Yeah, the boys owned a bait company and decided. When did you actually first take this on then, or first sign the paperwork?
Well, we fell it.
Yeah.
Well, no, to answer that question, November 2024, pre-auction bid. The place was an absolute mess, and the lads in this chat who know the story will attest to that. Like, it was shocking. So yeah, 16 months of renovation, but obviously we fished it when we were younger, and we just thought, like, if we can bring it back to that and then one more, that's doing a lot of local anglers, and people are travelling. I mean, we've had people travelling 8 hours. You know, it's
Well,
good.
look, you
so-
look at yourself. You've even come down.
Yeah.
You've come down from Glasgow.
Yeah. And I'll be back.
And Scottish carp fishing's really, really good.
Yeah. Scottish carp is actually getting like
Yeah.
my mate Brian. He's got a few lakes. I mean, he's been doing it now for about 12 years, but like before him, it was fucking dire. You know, there was almost nothing.
Yeah.
So,
is
but
tough.
we are still 40, 50 years behind you guys. You know what I mean? However, we are light years ahead of you when it comes to our Indian takeaways.
Yeah, this is such a bad moment.
And pike fishing apparently. So, yeah, I was speaking to. I'm actually going to, just so you know, I'd be curious to know how many people do pike fishing. How many carp anglers do pike fishing? Because I'm going to do a pike fishing video, and I'm not a pike angler at all. You're 4+ hours away from me. I'm going to do a.
Hey, they've travelled further, Ethan.
I'm going to do a pike video at some point in the near future.
That means Ethan's only 4 hours away from heaven. So
Right, hold on. There's another fish.
Didn't you say 4.5? So now, where's heaven?
it's
the road.
There's McDonald's down there as well. That's where.
I'm just going to turn that off and on. Right, what's the deal? What's the menu?
Oh yeah, why don't we see what people think we should get? The local lads in the Facebook group, give us your opinions, because we can go and collect it, because John stopped me and Ryan from putting our rods out because he wants to win. I'm joking. Yeah, let us know what you think, because there's not really, they might beg to differ, and apologies if the local owner of the local Indian takeaway is on, but apparently it's terrible. So
Oh, right, okay, so
yeah,
okay,
so we might have to.
Right, that's a good idea, right? So, so anybody that lives or fishes near Enigma Lake, let us know where is the best takeaway.
I'm waiting for Max to message and grab me one.
Yeah. Keep it as cheap as possible, by the way, guys, because this will be on us.
If there isn't any local takeaways that are offering free food and stuff, I'm sure we can come to some agreement. We'll pimp Tom out.
Okay, right. Right, let's wrap up this live.
Yeah, Max, you're doing a food
That's
run.
2 hours.
Food run. Yeah, that's really good.
Is he already on it?
I'm near Norwich. If I could drive, I'd be up for coming there. Well, one day, mate. And tell you what,
Oh, and
when you can drive, the fish will be even bigger.
Yeah, just to let you know as well, for anybody that's still watching, because you probably turned off hours ago, if anybody wants to come down and see the system or meet the boys and get a tour of the lake, drop us a message and
It's funny.
I'll arrange.
Cal's literally just said, He was on about coming back down tomorrow. It's literally as you said that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, if anybody wants to come down, come sit in the bivvy, have a chat, see the system live, or like I say, if you're interested in fishing the lake and you want to come down, meet the boys.
We do autographs.
Yeah.
They're a grand
Meet and
apiece.
greets,
Yeah. But, yeah.
No, but it's
it'd
an
be brilliant,
open
And
house, isn't it?
we'll possibly do a live tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Will be the last live, and then
Review the takeaway as
I'm
well.
actually supposed to be working on Saturday morning, but I'm trying to get my shift covered. There's a fish feeding.
There's a nice little finale for everyone, isn't it? Bit of feeding.
If Carl's watching, I bet he's wishing it was a tench.
When did you said bite time was from when? It went from 8 o'clock at night until you reckon
literally
dusk
10 in the morning.
Yeah, dusk till dawn. Like
you, but actually, I'd say later than dawn. Yeah, like 10 a.m.
I think I was saying earlier, it's sort of like you'd argue maybe 8-9 o'clock at night all the way through till maybe like 10 o'clock at morning.
See when we come back, try and get a rough idea. Like it might change, right? Maybe doing more day bites when we come down or whatever. But trying in the week leading up to it, work out where the partner is. Because if it is doing more night bites,
Definitely
then what we might do is do like 18-hour fishing and like bring the rods in at 10 o'clock and go to sleep till 4 in the afternoon. And floodlight it.
Yeah.
And just actually sit up and fish through the night.
I think the thing for us as well is like, I don't know if it's like the recency of opening and stuff, but there's no real ramp. Like we're looking forward to having a full year of ownership to see then, right? Okay, what were the trends like in March and all that sort of stuff? So
have you got you just keeping like spreadsheets on fish, individual fish, and they've got numbers and their growth rates and.
We haven't got any kind of like micro tagging that you can do now, but we always endorse like between. Because there's so many socials now, including Swimbooker, they do have a good catch report.
Swimbooker is brilliant. And like I say, when you book on, you can fill out your catch report. And Swimbooker actually, I think if you enter your catch report, you get entered into a raffle. You can win like 600 quid's worth of.
People, so it encourages you. Yeah.
But that's brilliant because, like I say, we can track fish. And I think since we opened, there's been about 84 fish logged on our Swimbooker catch report.
Which could be the same.
As I said, that means people are doing it. People know 84 times somebody's taking time out of their day to log a fish for us. So
you know what we'll never have as well is like, I'm not just saying this like for any kind of publicity or whatever, but so many people will fish, not photograph. They'll put them back. They won't even. We get such little kind of like evidence of that their session.
Is that a desk and a PC and a bivvy? No,
it's a mansion.
It's two desks, 2 PCs and a bivvy.
And if there's somebody who's just
catch you later, John. Keep me updated. I will do. Yes, I pike fish. Okay. Is that their boilies on the camera, John? Yes, it is. That's somebody else.
I'm guessing they're Warlock Baits.
He offered me some boilies as well. I've got so many free boilies. So, but I will
he did just say to us how great ours.
I will generally put them all. I'm actually. Do you know what I want to do? I want to put mad baits on because the guy that owns Stanwick Lakes, he gave me some mad baits, and I said I would get him some footage of the fish feeding on boilies. So, I'm going to get him some footage at some point.
We'll get Danny's Hoover.
Just that young archer who came yesterday with Carl. He wants to come down after his exam tomorrow. Do you reckon we could, if he brings one of his rods, he could chuck it out on one of the
Yeah, so I said to the boys next door as well.
There's going to be competition now because they.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do what you want with that camera.
Yeah, I mean it's four. Yeah, well, yeah.
But see, to be honest, right? See if I was to get, like, if I leave the rods out, and I get a bite at first light, and I maybe put it back out, and I was to get another one at 8 in the morning, whatever. See if anybody wants to come down. I'll bring my rods in and let anybody put the rigs out in front of the camera.
Yeah, because actually, from research point of view, from you want to see different rigs.
But everybody wants to see different rigs. I'm just putting them out just now because that's my starting opening kind of thing that I swear by. And I've never actually seen my rigs fished. This is the first time I put a D rig out in front of camera in 39 test sessions. So, I want to see how my rigs respond. The bit that I'm not sure of is the lead clip versus heli. I know that the lead clip's better at hooking fish, but I know that the heli's fishing more often than the lead clip is.
Yeah.
Because you think you're on gravel when you're on silt, you think you're on silt, you're in weed, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I do prefer the safetiness of the heli, but this is what I wanted. This is for my own personal tutelage, if you like. I want to learn what the better lead setup is.
Drop the heli on the Filamentus tomorrow. You know, as it banks up. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, right, I'm going to wrap up the live
Get some scran.
because I'm bloody starving.
Right, we'll see you all
All right,
tomorrow.
Let me end that one. Yeah, I don't need to download it, that's fine. And let me